All right, hello and welcome to week number 2 of Vegas Nation Mailbag. NFL writer Gilbert Manzano, Bryan Salmond, and folks, this is a show that is all about you, Raider Nation, Vegas Nation. We want you to voice your opinion. You can either contact Gilbert how?
Twitter at gmanzano24. Send me an email, gmanzano@review-journal.com, or on this Facebook Live we have going on right here.
That's right. We have Facebook Live right now. If you log on to Review Journal sports page, you can watch us live. You can give your comments. We'll check and see if anyone has any comments, and we may even answer them. We'll probably answer them right on the spot.
Why not?
So, yeah. Review Journal Sports, right? That's the page?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Review Journal Sports. Check
it
out.
And every week, Gilbert will write something that will be at reviewjournal.com in which he talks about a particular subject, and that's generally where we'll start with the mailbag stuff. This week, what do you have?
I got plenty. People want to talk about the game at the Coliseum. The Raiders went back to LA for the first time in 24 years.
Yes.
Maybe some camp battles. We got maybe Chris Warren making the team. Maybe a safety coming in. A lot to talk about. Still 2 more weeks of preseason, but then we'll get to the real stuff. But so much going on we could talk about right now. Just
really quickly, I got to ask you this. You were at the game in LA. What was the atmosphere like, man?
It felt like a Raider home game.
Really?
A lot of people from LA, SoCal were really excited to get the Raiders back into their backyard. I know a lot of them traveled to Oakland to watch them there, but just to have them one day at the Memorial Coliseum where they won a Super Bowl in 1983, the city's only Super Bowl in LA.
1983. That's a long
time ago. Yeah. So these the guys who were there, the fans, the families who are older now and the kids from that generation. It was like a flashback, nostalgia to kind of see it again, and it was a good atmosphere.
All right, cool. And really quickly, one more time, we're at Review Journal's Facebook page. Go on there. We're doing it live. We'll answer questions if you have any. And also, one more time, where can they contact you at?
Send me a tweet at gmanzano24. If you want to give me a hot take, do my email, gmanzano@reviewjournal.com.
All right, first things first, we're going to go ahead and start with this week's story. One of the big things they talked about is Jon Gruden. $100 million contract, which is huge.
10 years.
10 years, $100 million. Yeah, I'll take $100 million over 10 years. The first person that we have is Charles Adler. Charles Adler. Sorry about that, my man. All right, the Raiders are not a good team. Well, maybe I'm not sorry about that. He says the Raiders are not a good team and Gruden is overpaid. If the Raiders think he is worth $10 million a year, then Belichick, who I dislike, is worth $300 million a year.
$30 million.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money a year.
I just put that in there. I used to cover Bill Belichick, and he really is worth about
$300 a year. Wow. It is 5 Super Bowls.
He does have 5 Super Bowls that he won, and then a bunch of them he was in. But what do you think about what Charles had to say?
I could kind of see where Charles is coming from. To kind of give Jon Gruden so much money, so much security off the bat after not being in the game for 10 years. But when you want to make a splashy hire, you want to change the franchise around. Sometimes you gotta pay to get those big names.
You gotta pay.
And Jon Gruden's that big name. He was looking for that perfect deal to leave the booth for Monday Night Football. Yeah. And when you say 10 years security and $100 million for a coach, I think that's the right deal, right?
No, I would say that is correct. That is definitely, no one's going to turn that down.
Definitely not. But he has a point. It's not Bill Belichick, but it's kind of like, we're QB money. When you say the highest paid in the NFL, it doesn't matter. That's a
good analogy.
It's the latest paid right now. And Jon Gruden, maybe he sets a new benchmark for coaches kind of thing. But, he's a new guy coming in. You want to make a splashy hire. I'm okay with it. And I know people are kind of worried about him not being in touch with the game in 2018. He's talking about, playing in 1998, this throwback style. But so far, what have we seen in the preseason? A lot of 3 wide receiver sets, spread out formations. You get your here and there with the 8 blockers, but so far, I think Jon Gruden, his offense
up with the times.
Up with the times.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very diverse, complex offense. So I'm curious to see how it looks in the real games. But so far, Jon Gruden is doing okay. We want to talk about scouting. We got a good rookie class so far. It's really, really early to kind of debate the contract, but so far so good.
So far so good. And it seemed like every year someone was talking about trying to hire Jon Gruden in college. Someone was trying to hire him. I mean, he seems like he's been away for like 30 years, and every single offseason someone was trying to hire him. $100 million, that's a good way to lure a guy out of a job that he liked for sure.
Yeah, and Jon Gruden always still has that bad taste from that Patriots game,
He should. I do.
That was his last game, as a coach for the Raiders, and he was very beloved there. So he wants to come back with unfinished business. So I think that's why he took this right deal in Oakland.
All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Stephen Ahern. I like that little wipe we have right there. And how about the background, Marshawn Lynch? Pretty sweet. Got some good production going on for our Mailbag Show. All right, Stephen Ahern, there are other teams out there that are in worse shape. So, to make a long story short, Vovsi, whom we had on last week, who was our very first guy out of the bag, has no patience. Oh, by the way, how about reversing that loss with a record of 9-7 instead of 7-9, which is what Vovsi predicted last week. Right. Maybe better. What do you think about one? Man. I love the fact that Steven's not playing around. He's going at the guy who wrote last time.
We're creating some fan battles in this mailbag, right? What's going on?
Just week 2, baby.
But you know, there's some optimistic fans out there, and this guy here, Steven, wants to go 9-7. You know, it's tough to tell. It's still really early. You know, last week we were kind of, well, I was at least in agreement with Ed Vovsi with 7-9.
Shame on you.
But you know, there's still a lot of holes on the roster. But I'm very intrigued with like I mentioned, the draft class, PJ Hall, Arden Key, Mo Hurst, and you still don't have Khalil Mack back. And when he comes back, then that could be a really scary defensive unit.
Yes.
But we're still questions about the secondary, especially the safety spot. We don't know yet.
Conley's playing okay. He came back. He looked okay.
But it's still like, we don't know how they're going to look at it. After last year when they only got 1 interception through 10 weeks. Yes. I don't know if they can change that around.
I'm going to predict right now they will do better than last year.
For interceptions, right?
Yes.
How many are you talking?
A bold prediction. They will have 1 interception before the time they had 1 interception last year. Stepping way out there.
Very bold. How about week 1? How about Monday night against the Rams, September 10th? How about an interception?
They pick off Jared Goff.
Okay, I believe.
All right.
But I don't know about 9-7 yet, like our guy here was saying. But it's still I think it's around that range, 7-9, 8-8, 9-7. I don't disagree there.
All right. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Again, Facebook Live. Get on there and make a comment. We want to talk to you guys about this. Also, do not hesitate to get at Gilberto Manzano at his Twitter or his email account. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, we got one on here.
Got a hi.
What up, Wade? Hi from Vegas, my guy. We appreciate you calling in or writing in, calling in. I feel like I'm on a radio show.
Send a question, Wade. Hot take, something.
That's what I'm talking about. Talk to him, Gilberto. All right, I asked you about it already, but you talked about how it was at the LA Coliseum. Yep. The Raiders hadn't been there since 1994, which was a long time ago. You're like 1, 2, something like that?
I was 5.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Anyway, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. But let's go ahead and take a look at really what you saw that was out there. One of the things I thought was really cool, I saw it on your Twitter account. I had to retweet it. Who is this and what happened?
Oh, it's Rams legend running back Eric Dickerson, who still, is very involved with the Rams, but he was trying to get through, and the Raider fans won't let him go by. They were trying to convince him to be a Raider fan. They were saying, Eric Dickerson, you're a Raider fan. You know it at heart. And Edie's like, no, let me go by. So it was a cool scene to see there.
You know what? I see Eric Dickerson on Fox with Undisputed with Skip and Shannon Sharp. He's always talking. He's one of the biggest Rams fans out there. He was one of the biggest detractors for their former head coach getting fired.
Yeah, he almost left because of Jeff Fisher.
He really did.
So maybe he was available for Raider Nation. Maybe those fans knew about it.
He might have been a free agent at the time.
Yeah, but I think he's already set with Jared Goff and Sean McVay.
I believe so. I believe so. We have a question on here from Elaine M. Wilson. That name seems a little bit familiar to me.
Elaine.
Yeah. Where will Jon Gruden's impact be felt most this season? That's a very good question, actually. I'll go ahead and say it off the top. My opinion, I think it will be felt most in the win column.
Wow. 9-7 better than that, or?
I'm going to go 9. Where were they last year?
6-10.
Exactly. So it'll be felt most in the win column. They'll be better than last year for sure.
Are you? Right.
Playoffs? What are you kidding me?
Not yet, right?
I don't know. Give me some time. Let me see a game or two.
I'll go with the offense. He's really involved.
That's the easy answer.
I know, but he's really Paul Gunther has the defense. The thing about Jon Gruden, he's letting his guys do their job. You got the position, that's you. But he's the offensive guy. He's calling the plays, and Derek Carr, he's been calling up Derek Carr 4 in the morning and bothering him. So I think, and the offense, especially remember last year with Derek Carr and the deep ball in the passing game, they stalled a lot when it came to getting those long yards. Derek Carr couldn't get it going. His receivers weren't running routes. Amari Cooper was dropping balls, but I think Jon Gruden's going to get that fixed at least. I know he wants a number 3 receiver to step up. Martavis Bryant has not done that yet. They want to put him in the slot, who's not really familiar with that.
Yeah.
But Amari Cooper and Jordy Nelson, the running game looks legit. They got Donald Penn back for blocking now.
They do.
Colton Miller. So I think
Marshawn Lynch, 60 yards, even though it's called back. But whatever, still.
Don't tell Chucky that he's going to come out. But I think his offense, I know it's an obvious choice. The offense will be felt through Jon Gruden.
Yeah.
Hey, you went with the almost playoffs, so that's a hot take.
Of course, exactly. This is what this show's all about. It's about hot takes. People writing in on Facebook. We got another one from Mr. Mike Dixon. Yes.
Wow.
Look at that. Hey from LA.
Alabama.
Lower Alabama.
Wow.
That's right. Okay, Lower Alabama. I lived near Lower Alabama a very long time ago when I was in Tallahassee, Florida.
Is that a Roll Tide nation or a country? Or?
I don't mess with Roll Tide or
Auburn
or War Eagle.
Oh, who are you, Alabama?
I'm not a huge fan of Alabama, but anyway, LA.
Hey, Mike could tell us, but it looks like he's a Raider fan from Alabama.
You know what? Cool. I like that, Mike. Thank you for writing in.
Jared Alden gave us a thumbs up. I think people are liking it. No?
My guy. Okay, all right. We appreciate that. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the ways that you can contact Gilbert via how?
Twitter.
Yeah,
Jon Manzano 24.
Okay,
Don't be shy, Raider Nation. Keep sending those questions.
All right, here's one that we have from this past weekend. Now, of course, Gilbert sent out some very good pictures. One, you're promoting one of the stories that you wrote this past weekend. How about this story? I thought it was pretty cool. Raider fans in LA, and a lot of people were wondering whether or not those fans will travel to Las Vegas. You believe so, and the person you interviewed, who was whom, believes so as well?
The general manager,
yes.
Reggie McKenzie. I got an interview with Reggie at halftime of the Rams game at the Coliseum, and I asked him, hey, Reggie, there's a lot of LA fans out here cheering on the Raiders. The Raiders left the city 24 years ago, but there's a strong fan base still there.
Huge.
Is that what you want to see from Oakland fans when they go to Las Vegas? Well, Oakland fans follow the team to Las Vegas, and Reggie was, he was very positive, optimistic. He said, yeah, they're going to be with us through the end. I feel like Raider Nation, is one giant fan base, and they're going to travel to Las Vegas, and it's going to be LA, Oakland, Las Vegas coming together for a big atmosphere in 2020. That's what Reggie's hoping for. But the Raiders Twitter, there's a lot of debate going on between LA fans, Oakland fans, Vegas fans, so I got a lot of hot takes from those three cities.
Okay, and that was one of the hot takes. We didn't actually go through it, but it was from Lawrence. He had something to say about as far as whether or not Raider fans will come along with the Raiders.
Yeah, he's actually a Raider fan from LA, and he could sympathize with the Oakland fans. He said, the Raiders left LA only once, but Oakland is twice. They left. That's where they originated.
Yes.
Imagine losing a team 2 times in your lifespan. It's brutal. So he could sympathize with them. If some Oakland fans don't want to follow Vegas, he's okay with it.
All right, so a little difference in the Raiders will leave Oakland for a second time, as you said. From an LA fan's perspective, I've learned to be appreciative of what I experienced while they were here, of course. If they originated here and left for a second time, I don't know if I'd have to stay with them, but I believe that Raider fans in Oakland likely will stay with them. I'm apt to agree with Mr. Reggie McKenzie. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next tweet because, as he said, we had a few of them, and Gilbert was putting out a bunch of good tweets from LA, and he was getting a lot of good feedback. Silver and black everything. I like that. Raider Nation loves Vegas minus a few bad apples. We'll be ready in 2020. We will be ready in 2020. I like that. What do you think?
I'm guessing he's a Raider fan from LA.
Yeah.
And he wants everybody to come together in Vegas. And there's some people that, he calls them bitter bad apples, but maybe it's a nicer word for that. It's just people who are kind of hurt right now.
Okay.
Eventually, they're still going to be passionate about the Raider fans, and they'll be ready in 2020, like he says.
I like that. And the stadium will be ready. It will be insane here in Las Vegas when we can drive down the strip and see a stadium off to the right.
And those tailgate parties in LA and Oakland are pretty lively. Big atmosphere. Imagine here next to the strip. I'm ready for that in a couple years.
It's going to be insane. We've asked you people to write in on Facebook. You have obliged. We appreciate that. How about this one? The next one, Gilbert, we have from Mike Dixon. Thank you very much for kind of clearing that up.
Yeah, answers.
Yeah, I like that. University of South Alabama. Go Jags. Go Jags for you. We're pulling for your team.
There you go.
You're part of the conversation. We appreciate you writing in. How about this guy, Mike? Big Mike. Raider Nation in Memphis 10.
Wow, from all over the place.
You been to Memphis?
Never been. I want to go.
Beale Street. You guys got some good eating. I'm starving right now. That's why I'm thinking about that. Beale Street, some good barbecue. But how many interceptions will Derek Carr throw this year? That's a good question. What do you think?
He had a good amount last year. I think it was a career high. He
was injured.
It was injured. He had a back thing. He had it coming off the broken leg, so he was hurt. And I'm sure Jon Gruden's not going to like when you see those interceptions. So I think I'm going to go around 10 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
It's still a little high.
Double digits, huh?
Yeah. You know what? Let's go just 10. Just 10. He won't go over 10. But still, it's a new offense. Sometimes that it takes you a while to learn that.
Yeah.
New receivers. Jordy Nelson is new.
Yes.
You still have Martavis Bryant stepping up at number 3. His only new face. Well, he has 2. Jared Cook and Amari Cooper. So I think there might be some struggles at the beginning. Maybe he'll get those out the way early. But when those big time games come in November, December, will he have a good ball security?
You know what? I'm going to go under. I think he's going to have single-digit interceptions, so 9 or fewer, that's a pretty bold statement, I believe.
Give me an exact number, not just 9 or fewer. Come on, Brian.
Well, what's a single digit? I'll go with 9.
All right, there you go. I said 10, so we're close.
Yeah, but single digits looks better than double digits.
Especially if he wants to be an MVP candidate. You look at the stats.
Exactly.
9.
It looks good.
For 5,000 yards, maybe? I don't know.
5,000. Wow, that's a lot of yards. And one reason I believe that they'll do better, especially as a team, Carr is going to have to do well for the team to do well, but the team will do well, in my opinion. Think of how teams that have a big name free agent or a team that has something that monumental that has happened to that franchise, how they end up doing that next season, i.e. the Vegas Golden Knights, even the WNBA team, the Las Vegas Aces,
these inaugural seasons.
Exactly. They were the worst team in the WNBA. They almost made the playoffs.
And football is known for turnover, like quick. You know, it's not, besides the Patriots, they always win their division. But there's always a couple teams from the year before who finished last in the division who go on to win the division the following year. So that's the thing about the good thing about the NFL is parity. It could be your year all the time.
Yes.
You know, even if the Patriots get to the Super Bowl, the Eagles came out of nowhere and they won the Super Bowl.
Yes, I agree. How about the Rams? They were
dead last in offense.
Yes.
Trash. And now they were number 1 in offense.
You gotta keep it 100, man. They were trash.
We'll see with the Raiders offense, but they were, back like last year.
They weren't good.
You want to call them trash? I don't know.
No, they weren't trash, but they weren't good.
But they weren't that good. So it could be a quick turnover with Jon Gruden. But I'm just kind of worried about the new coaches, new fits, and also Derek Carr's gonna be controlling the line of scrimmage, calling audibles.
Yeah.
Sometimes that takes a while. I don't think he's really done that before, but he's gonna have a lot of say when it comes to play calling.
He had Peyton Manning out there helping him
That's
out
right.
in practice. He's gonna do his thing. We have some more comments because we absolutely want to hear what you guys have to say. All right, so Mike had the question about Derek Carr. Of course, we have that. Mike Dickerson back. He's gonna be a MVP of our Mailbag show. Chucky's a great coach, but he always followed a better coach. One Super Bowl after Tony Dungy left. He did win with Tony Dungy's players. However, one could be said that the team that he faced in the Super Bowl were his players.
Yeah.
So he could have ended up going to the Super Bowl as well. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Thinking positive there,
That's
Brian.
right. He's going with 6. 6 interceptions for
Mike?
Wow.
I think Mike, he said 5.
That's a 6.
Oh, maybe I'm looking at something else. Oh, see, Chuck. Mike Dickerson went 5 interceptions.
Yes.
You're correct.
Oh, yeah. Mike. We have, Carr 5 interceptions. That's the underneath for Mr. Mike Dickerson. All right. So that's Mike Padavani. How many sacks will our defense have this year?
Wow,
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Ooh,
Khalil Mack's
with
gonna be
Khalil
back,
Mack.
right?
Yeah, I know exactly.
If you get Khalil Mack back there, hopefully a good amount.
Let's assume that Khalil Mack is back and he has not missed a game. How many sacks will the defense have this year?
Let me count Mack first because he's going to have the big bulk.
Okay.
I'm saying Mack is 15 sacks this
Whoa!
year.
The Mack attack with 15 sacks.
And I'll say the team overall matches him with another 15. How about let's go, I don't want to just say 30. How about 20 for the rest of the team? So 15 plus 20 is that 35? That's a good amount. And that's a big increase from the year before. They didn't get too many. I think it was around 22.
Yeah, it was bad.
And Khalil Mack gets a bunch of triple teams and double teams. He can never really, get freed up. But the other guys weren't doing much.
Bruce Irvin.
But now Bruce Irvin is going to be rushing the quarterback.
Yes.
He was playing linebacker passing coverage. And then you get the interior guys. We mentioned the young guys with Mo Hurst and P.J. Hall.
Yes.
You still got Mario Edwards Jr. moving to D-tackle. Justin Ellis. So I think that D-line is going to create a lot of havoc back there for the quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. I already have more questions for you. I'm going to stop talking and get some of these questions out for you. Yeah. We have J. Chuck. That's interesting. Or is it J-Chuck? J. Chuck, yeah. How many running backs make the final 53? I have 5.
Good question.
Yes, that is very good. With D. Wash going to the IR.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Before that happened today, DeAndre Washington, had knee surgery. Our guy, Michael Gelkin, reported that earlier.
Good work, Michael.
It was looking like 5 would be too many, but who are you going to let go? If you're a running back needy team,
Washington.
Like Washington, you're going to Alameda headquarters and waiting for the first running back with a box coming out. And you sign them because it's going to be a good one coming out. And you can't keep 5 running backs, so they're going to have to cut one good one. But now with the DeAndre Washington injury, it kind of sucks to cut a guy who's hurt. And he's very talented too. He just didn't really kind of figure it out. But he's a good catching backfield guy. But
business
Chris Warren,
not personal, baby.
Yeah, there you go. It's business. But Chris Warren III, undrafted.
Oh, he's signed.
Who went through from the mini camp, rookie mini camp. He's battled each stage. You can't let go of Chris Warren, especially when it be a physical running team like Marshawn. Imagine Marshawn Lynch, and then you get Chris Warren when Marshawn's not, when he's kind of needs a breather. That's a lot of rumbling, and they need to take care of.
What about Doug Martin? Will he make the team?
That's a wild card, Doug Martin. He seems like he's safe, which is strange to me. He hasn't really done anything.
I was going to say he hasn't even played. What is he doing?
It's kind of a weird thing with Doug Martin. They don't talk about him. I don't know if that's good or bad. They
I
never
think
say
it's bad personally.
It's a good thing, or he's like Doug Martin's really struggling. Because we hear with Martavis Bryant. With Doug, it's Doug. I think they're kind of just maybe it's one of that silent secret weapon you kind of want to maybe unleash for the pregame. But I don't get it. I think Doug Martin is safe. Of course, Marshawn Lynch. Jalen Richard has kind of shown some sparks, especially when it comes to.
He hasn't done much, and they don't. What do they need him for?
But I think they need him for the pass catcher, the tailback. Marshawn and Chris Warren, they're more,
This is true.
In the trenches to run for you.
What about Doug Martin?
And Doug Martin, I just have a feeling he's going to make the team.
I think one of those two guys is gone.
I think they're going to let go of DeAndre Washington.
I think so too.
I think they keep 4 running backs. To answer your question, I know it's a long-winded question. But Jay Chuck, I'm going with 4 running backs for the Raiders, and Chris Warren will be on the team.
All right. Again, thank you guys for writing in on Facebook Live. We're going to go ahead and keep getting with some of these questions, but just get them out really quickly. All right, you got quick. These are like your rapid fires. Okay, so ask a question about the 53. Mike, I'm going with leading the league in sacks. Wow, he's going with leading the league for Khalil
So I guess
Mack.
when I said 35 sacks, that's not too crazy.
All right. Eddie Gomez, Derek Carr will throw 15 picks. Marshawn with 5 fumbles. There's no way he's having 5 fumbles. Marshawn Lynch does not fumble the ball like that.
He does not.
No, 5 fumbles. That's
way too many.
Yeah, that's way too many.
And 15 picks. Eddie Gomez is actually a friend of mine. I think he's being negative on the Raiders.
Oh yeah, he's hating.
Yeah,
he's over there drinking a haterade. But it's all good though.
He's like in the Jon Gruden scowl though. We're gonna love seeing that too. The Chucky anger. So that's
agree.
One positive you said there from Eddie. But yeah, it's a lot of turnovers. He's a predictor.
Yeah, but thank you for writing in though. We appreciate that though, Eddie. Even though that was a bad take, per me, not per Gil. But yeah, all right, my man. Jay Chuck. DRC, do Raiders sign him? He's visiting today.
Wow. Yeah, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. That kind of just tells.
Like him.
I think that was a few. I'm not sure if it was today, but it was kind of a while ago. But and also we have George Iloka that we're interested in. But it just shows you that
he went to the Bengals, right?
He went to the Vikings. He signed with the Vikings, released by the Bengals. Right. But it just shows you that Paul Guenther and Jon Gruden are not set with the secondary. Maybe at corner it seems like, or maybe you want to get a third corner here and there. But secondary is wide open. I feel like I think nobody's safe at secondary.
Okay.
I mean the cornerback position. Again, messing it up. The safety position, cornerback might be okay with Rashaan Melvin and Gary Conlon, but safety is the one that's kind of the question. Maybe Carl Joseph might not be the starter there. But I think they do need help with the secondary overall. You need more corners there. I don't know if DRC is a guy. He's kind of over the hill a little bit.
Whoa.
But you need some help.
Okay, all right. So we've run through a few of the questions on here. We're caught up. Let's go ahead and get back to the tweets that we had that Gilbert had sent out this past weekend. All right, we're moving right along with our Vegas Nation mailbag, and this is, I like the picture first. Mr. Not Al Davis?
Yeah, Al Davis impersonator there. He never broke out of character, too, so kudos to him.
How many times did you say, just win, baby?
Oh, all the time. And I kept asking, hey, what's your real name? Al Davis, all the time. So he's a good actor.
Okay, all right. So he's in character. He's in L.A. He's Al Davis. R.I.P. to the man Al Davis himself. But can we pay off L.A. to keep him? I like Terry Ike.
That might be a Vegas fan. I mean, a Vegas native who does not want the Raiders. I'm gonna take a wild guess there for that comment.
Okay, all right, yeah. I don't.
People are excited for the Raiders, but some people are not all on board. But that's a debate for another day.
That is a debate for another day. But thank you for replying to Gilbert's tweet. Let's go ahead and get to our very last tweet. I think we have one more, correct? There we go. We have.
Got to catch that football.
I like the football. First of all, there weren't a lot of people in the stadium. Obviously, this was early.
It was a pregame, yeah. But it was a nice picture of the beautiful Coliseum, you know, the Olympic style there.
Yeah. First time in the Coliseum?
I've been there before, but I guess, can't really say it. I was going to say not for a Raider game, but no one really has in 24 years.
Yeah, that's right. Back when you were 1.5 years old. Rams won this battle. The game, of course, but Raiders are winning the war. And it's Robert. Nice little, it's Robert, okay, it's Robert. Now, and what is he referring to? Because, I mean, you talked about it via your tweets, because I read a lot of them. Michael Gelkin tweeted out as well, the Raider fans were booing who?
The home team, the Los Angeles Rams, not St. Louis, Los Angeles Rams. And it's crazy to think that LA has two teams, the Chargers and the Rams, and they're not happy with either one. They want the Raiders to be there. But luckily for them, they don't have to go too far. You get on the 15 freeway, 3 hours and a half, you'll be in Vegas.
Ah, there you go. They were also not only booing just the players, they booed the cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're all about the silver and black in that Coliseum there. It was preseason game, but still, it was very lively.
That's pretty lively. I'm not booing the LA cheerleaders. And I haven't even seen them. All right, let's go ahead. Something that we do along with the mailbag, of course, we do our Vegas Nation videos that you can get on Roku television or Amazon Fire Stick. We also do a Vegas Nation podcast with Gilbert Manzano and also Raiders beat writer Michael Gelkin. And Gilbert, doing his due diligence on social media, he sent out our podcast, and we got a reply from DJ Red. All right, DJ Red, how often will this be coming out? Or is this just a once-off occasion? Is there an app, or how do we find these updates? Thank you for asking that, because this is a shameless plug. You can get the updates either on either one of our social media, because we like to tweet that stuff out. But iTunes, you can go there. All of our Vegas Nation podcasts from this season, from last season are on there. Also at reviewjournal.com. Go there, you can get it, but either one of those places are good. The podcast is a lot of fun. Michael has a lot of good stories. Considering he's with the team every day, he knows what's going on.
Yeah, if you want those inside nuggets from the locker room in Alameda and Napa, Michael Gelkin's a guy. So every Thursday, that podcast comes out once a week.
There you go, and we'll have some special guests on there. Tomorrow we'll have don't tell anybody, but we'll have Todd Dewey. He's going to talk about
our betting guy.
Yeah,
for Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Yes, that's right. He'll talk about some of the betting lines, being that we are in Las Vegas and betting is a huge part.
I don't know about the over-unders, the totals, and the lines. Todd Dewey's your guy.
That's right. All right, let's go ahead and do some more rapid fire. You did some rapid fire for some of the questions that we had via Facebook Live, but here are some more rapid fire questions, Gilbert, that I would like you to answer because you know about the silver and black as well.
Some of our viewers already got the questions ahead of the game, Chris Warren one.
They really did. Chris Warren, to me, has there been a more impressive person on the Raiders team during preseason than Chris Warren?
He's got to be the MVP of training camp, the summer, it seems like. Chris Warren came out of nowhere, especially his story. His dad was a big-time running back also, right?
Seahawks, man. He did his thing up there,
so he's playing like his father. He's doing very well, but from being a tryout undrafted guy, he was from Texas, I think. They try to make him a tight end tailback his junior year, and he's like, no, I'm a running back. And props to him. He stuck to what he believed in, and he's doing pretty well so far. And he put on a show in LA last week.
Yes, Chris Warren.
But to answer the question, I think he will be there. We've done it already.
I agree. Will the Raiders sign George Iloka? You know what? I'm gonna say there's a 100% chance that they will not sign him. I'm giving you a hot take. You can take that to the bank. What do you think about that?
I think you already saw the reports that he's going to the Minnesota Vikings.
No, I had no idea. I was just.
No, but that just makes me wonder if like we mentioned, Carl Joseph's job as safety, is it safe? Because, they're not really satisfied with the safety play. I think Jon Gruden likes Marcus Gilchrist, but he's kind of been hurt, but he likes, he's a big fan of him.
Yeah, you can tell.
Eric Harris, a big, tall, versatile
he likes him
safety.
as well.
Those are two Gruden guys right there.
Yeah.
Gruden grinders, like how he likes to say on Monday Night Football.
Good pool.
And then Paul Gunther, Reggie Nelson was this guy in Cincinnati with the Bengals. So that's three guys that might be already ahead of Carl Joseph. And then you want to bring in George Iloka. Carl Joseph was a 2016 first-round pick.
Ooh, he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, but will he be the starter?
Yeah.
He wasn't drafted by Gruden or Paul Gunther. So that could be one of the new question marks heading into the final couple of weeks before the regular season.
Okay, all right. And the very last one that we have on here, which is a very good one, does Jordy Nelson score against his former team on Friday? Of course, Friday they're taking on the Green Bay Packers. 7:30, that game is in Oakland. Jon Gruden has already said that you're going to see the starters play on offense and defense. Jordy Nelson going against his old team. Jon Gruden worked for the Packers. Jon Gruden has to try to get Jordy Nelson a touchdown against his former team.
Yeah, it's only in preseason, but it's the right game. It's the third game of the preseason. Exactly. You mentioned it. He's going to play for the first half. So I say, to answer the question, Jordy Nelson gets a deep bomb from Derek Carr.
Yes.
A touchdown, 70 yards. You're going to see Aaron Rodgers shaking his head in the sidelines, wishing he had Jordy Nelson back.
If Jordy Nelson scores, does he hit him with the discount double check?
Oh, I would love that. I didn't even think about that. I think him and Rodgers are pretty tight. Maybe he'll have one for the management there in Green Bay.
Well, even just to be fun, make fun of your
buddy.
buddy.
And look up like that at the GM.
That would be pretty sweet. How about this? We have a comment. I'm going to go ahead and let you read off that name because I'm assuming that this person knows you and she isn't. She does not have the hearts with eyes for me.
I don't know her, but I'm gonna take the heart then.
I mean, you're sharp.
Kathy Cameron. Hopefully I saying that right. Give me a thumbs up if I'm saying that. Kathy or Kate Cameron. But the heart emoji I appreciate. Or it could be for Bryan. I don't know.
It's got to be Gil.
Bryan is married though, so I don't know. We got to figure this out. But we appreciate the comment.
Yes, thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching and being a part of what we're doing here on Facebook Live. Also, Mike, we appreciate you being a part of our Facebook Live. We got another question from you right here. Yes, Carr will make sure that he will score.
Jordy Nelson.
He's right along with us.
Yeah,
right here.
I like that.
Our guy.
Well, I think we got another heart from Gus.
Who is
Kelly.
this guy? Larry Murr?
Larry. Wow, the hearts are coming in, guys.
Larry Murr.
We feel the love over here.
Larry Murr, of course, is our director who's in the studio doing some great work. Thank you for the hearts from Larry.
Keep them coming. And the questions too, guys.
And Gus Kelly, obviously that's a heart for Gilbert as well. Thank you very much, Gus.
I don't know. We got to ask him. Next time, put the name in the heart.
Yes. We appreciate you being a part of us on Facebook Live, on the Review-Journal sports page. Thank you very much. Also, let's go ahead and tell people once again, where you can contact Gilbert and why we're actually even talking about this, because you do have the mailbag.
The story.
Exactly. Tell them about
the video and the story. We got a podcast, but the story comes out tomorrow, Thursday, at the reviewjournal.com website. Friday in print, so you want to pick up the newspaper. You want to be old school. Copy. Yeah, that's the hard copy is the best. So Friday, if you want to wait, Thursday, pick it up. But send me a tweet for the next mailbag at GManzano24.
That's right. Is Jon Gruden overpaid? Talked about that. The LA Raiders fans, of course, obviously in full force. All of you that have joined us on Facebook Live, we got Gilbert. We got to give him one of these. Thank you very much. The little hand clap, little golf clap. Thank you for joining us. Gilberto Manzano, this is our Vegas Nation mailbag. Good work, my man.
Thank you, Bryan.
All right, we will see you guys next week. Have a good one.